Hey everyone, welcome back to Megaverse Builds. Today we are back at Spotify Camp Nou. And this is a big one. Real news on 7 different fronts across the site. We've got the debut of the final aluminum cladding at South Goal, the compression ring officially crossing into Tribuna for the first time, and a full tour through the finished home dressing rooms. There's also something worth flagging, honestly rather than glossing over, so let's get straight into it. We start at South Goal, where a genuine milestone has landed. The first mobility core to receive decorative louvers has now also received its aluminum finish panels, the final cladding layer these structures are designed to have. It's a big step forward, but it comes with a catch worth calling out plainly. Both corner trim pieces on this core show visible impact damage, and the aluminum panels themselves have dents scattered across multiple spots. This isn't a small cosmetic nitpick. If this becomes the standard finish quality across all 10 cores around the stadium, that's a real problem worth raising now rather than later. The hope here is that this is simply an early test installation before quality control tightens up, not a preview of what's coming everywhere else. On a more encouraging note nearby, a diamond structure at the South Goal lateral corner now has its aluminum glazing framework fully enclosing this section of the core, with a platform staged for a crew to finish the remaining detailing work along the upper edge. New lighting fixtures are also being worked into the louvers along this stretch, and it looks like this whole run could soon reach a genuine continuous stretch, extending toward North Goal. Just around the corner, a second mobility core in this sector is now roughly halfway covered with decorative louvers, with one full side essentially finished. Once this links up with the large stock of louvers already staged in the lateral sector, this side of the stadium should finally show real continuous coverage from close to the middle of South Goal all the way toward the North Goal corner. It's genuinely exciting to see 2 separate installation fronts converging like this. Before we move on, please like the video and subscribe for more updates, because Tribuna is where today's biggest story is unfolding. The compression ring has officially crossed into this sector for the first time. The pillar installed here counts as Tribuna's first, complete with its radial beam already seated. Counting from this point, only 5 pillars remain before the entire compression ring reaches full closure around the stadium. With the season opener landing on the 19th, there's a real chance, not a guarantee, but a real chance, that the ring could be fully closed on pillars before that first match kicks off. On the shop, diamond nearby, the rendered walls are finished, and new glazing has gone in along a lateral section that looks like it's likely a service entrance rather than the main storefront access, given its position beside a set of large double doors probably meant for moving materials in and out. The escalator access corridor leading up to the VIP and premium hospitality salons is being paved right now, and crews are clearly working against the clock to have this ready in time for match day. It's one of the more visibly rushed corners of the whole site at the moment. While we're in this zone, it's worth taking a moment to recap the newly finished home dressing rooms, since the footage from inside has been genuinely impressive. The locker area is completely finished, clean, polished, and looking ready for the players to walk in and use it. The recovery zone right next door is just as complete, with hot and cold plunge pools and various water jet treatments all fully fitted out. The kind of setup that makes a real difference for muscle recovery after a match. The showers are essentially finished too, just waiting on protective plastic wrap to be peeled off the doors. And the finishing touch in this whole space is a genuinely upscale dry sauna with a glass door, the kind of detail that shows just how much care has gone into these player facilities. Over at North Goal, painting work continues on the central mobility core, with both the pillars and the connecting beams getting coated white. A solid sign that panel and louver installation should follow here relatively soon. At the North Goal Tribuna corner specifically, sandwich panels have started going up on the interior face of one mobility core, and crews have moved fast. Roughly half the interior face is already covered. It's an encouraging sign, since this particular core had been lagging behind for a while, and seeing it finally start closing up is a good indicator that the vertical floor slabs and exterior panels should follow in the coming weeks. Nearby, the future Café Diamond's floor slab looks largely cleared of stored material now, which might hint that the stepped terracing treatment already applied to the shop diamond could be starting here too before long. In the lateral sector, the 3 diamond structures remain a real highlight of this summer's progress, with the one closest to South Goal still needing its remaining props, scaffolding, and formwork stripped away. Most of the formwork already appears gone. The louver installation continuing here is expanding steadily, with lighting fixtures now being added along completed sections, and this sector holds a large stockpile of louvers still waiting to go up, which should keep the pace moving quickly in the days ahead. Ground leveling in this stretch is still pending in a few spots, particularly near the parking access area, but sandwich panels are steadily closing the remaining gaps in the VIP ring level between the first and second terraces, both inside the mobility cores and in the open sections between them. Back at Tribuna's compression ring, it's worth reiterating just how close this final stretch is getting. With 5 pillars left to install and the corresponding radial beams following right behind each one, the countdown here is genuinely tight. A real possibility that the pillars could all be up before the Joan Gamper opener, even if the full box installation connecting them takes a little longer to finish out. Inside the VIP ring level, plasterboard partition walls continue going up throughout the interior, and rendering has started appearing on some exterior sections, giving these walls a noticeably cleaner look compared to bare block. Small openings for future vent grills are still pending in a few spots, but the overall direction here is clearly toward a finished, presentable interior. Circling back to that South Goal quality concern one more time, because it genuinely deserves attention, those impact marks on the corner trim and dents across the aluminum panels are visible even from a distance, which says something about how noticeable they'll be once fans are walking past this section on match day. This is meant as constructive, not as a complaint for its own sake. The hope is simply that whoever's overseeing finishing quality takes note before this becomes the standard across every core on the stadium. That's today's walk around Spotify Camp Nou, the debut of the final aluminum cladding at South Goal with some real quality notes attached. The compression ring officially crossing into Tribuna with just 5 pillars left, and a full look inside the finished home dressing rooms. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this update, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. See you in the next video.